Do you want to know exactly how to make contact with the phenomenon or ETs? Well, my way is going to be different from Seven's way, and it'll probably be different from the way that you ultimately make contact, and here's why. There's no uniform spell to call out to the stars. We're dealing with interdimensional beings, many different kinds, that are far more advanced than we can even fathom. They know your thoughts before you even have them, and they see everything. The most important way to guarantee that our message is heard, or our call to the stars is heard, is to increase your life force energy and then project that out, okay? This is specifically for those who have not made contact with beings of light before and don't know how to call them in. So how do we call them in? Or how do we build up our life force energy? Life force energy is stored in many places, but the seat of it is in your lower dantian, so which is 2 inches below the belly button, in the center of the guts. And this is related to higher states of consciousness. Plus, doing this exercise that I'm going to show you will not only help you call in these light beings, but it will also help women get rid of cramps, get rid of disease, help mental stability or instability, depression, and about 1,000 other things. This is also the practice that you use if you want to learn telekinesis. So the best way for me to show you how to start cultivating this energy is what's called the horse stance meditation. From this meditation alone, in 10 minutes a day for about 3 days will significantly strengthen the energy within, and it'll have noticeable differences, not only on your brain, but in the contact that you're trying to make. So the first thing you want to do is you want to spread your feet shoulder width apart and keep them parallel to one another. I will do this in just a second, but just listen first. So, and you want to stand up as straight as you can, although almost like if there's a silver cord pulling up at the top of your head, and from there you want to pretend like there's a seat behind you, like you're about to sit in a chair. And you're going to bend your knees just enough to where it's like you're sitting on an invisible chair, but you're going to keep your back very straight. And you can go deeper from this, but for now, just start here. Then I want you to relax the arms, okay? And then we're gonna slowly go down, relax the legs, the body, every muscle in the body. And I know it's a little challenging when you're trying to engage your thigh muscles to try to relax them, but just do the best that you can. And you wanna push your head back so it's straight and even with the spine. And roll the shoulders back and then relax them. Then you're just gonna simply focus on your breath. And on each breath, you're going to feel your mind, almost like jello, dropping into your lower dantian, which again is about 2 fingers below the belly button, inside the guts. And on the in-breath, you're going to very gently pull up the energy right into here. And on the out-breath, you're going to pull up on the perineum muscle and push it into the dantian. So you're going to do this practice for about 10 minutes a day and watch what happens to your mind and watch what happens to your energy and your ability to call these crafts forward. The second component is a clear mind and an open heart. If you've been practicing the horse stance and meditation for a few days now, you should be able to clear the mind quite easily. But here is another practice that will ensure a clear mind for a clear signal. Because a cluttered mind is going to invite nothing but a bunch of clutter, right? And if I tell you to unclutter your mind, what are you going to see? You're going to see a bunch of clutter. So you want to sit for 15 minutes quietly without judging any of your thoughts that come up. Simply allow them to come through, and what I like to do is say, thank you, thought, so that my brain knows, because brain is pattern recognition software, that I'm paying attention to it, but that I'm not admonishing it for reminding me that there are things to do, but I comfort it in a way so that it knows I will get to it later. And if you're new to this practice, like I said, it'll take about 15 minutes, 2 days in a row for you to get into this clear space where no thoughts are coming through. And the next thing that we get to speak about is what race you are trying to contact, because no two energies are alike and they're going to have very different frequencies. Now, what I suggest you start with is the angelic realm, the gods and goddesses, or the angelic realm. So I'm working with the energy of the white buffalo calf woman right now, and that's who I called in last night, because I have worked with her for years and she is very near and dear to my heart. I also believe she is an important part of the next step of this open contact. And she shows up as a flaming white light or white orb, or an orb that has a white buffalo in it inside of this orb. The next step is to open your heart with humility. If you go out there thinking you're Billy Badass and you know everything, or you're cynical and you want to laugh about it, how goofy this is, you're never going to see anything, at least not on purpose anyway. So the first step is to then ask permission to make contact. And I'm not sure why this works, but Seven gave me this tip a long time ago and it just works. So also when they come through, it's very important that you say thank you when they come through. Now that we have the foundational energetic pieces aligned, we're going to do the last most important energetic part, which is opening the heart and protecting the signal, or projecting the signal to the all, into all dimensions, in all time and space. Now I want you to picture an image of the person that you love the most in this world. I always picture Sevi, and I really ruminate on it. I ruminate on how she makes me feel when I hug her, and I feel my heart expanding fully in the body, right? So once I feel it really, really good, I'm going to combine this heart energy with the energy that we now have stored in this lower dantian, and we're going to push that energy as though it connects with the heart in a triangular fashion out this way. Okay, so you're going to push it up to the heart and then project it out that way. So right now I'm in Mammoth Lakes, for example, in a hotel. So I first start with pinpointing, okay, pushing it out to the hotel. Then I push it out to Mammoth Lakes. Then I push it out to Northern California. Then I push it out to California, and then to America, and then to Earth, and so on and so forth. And then you're going to follow that pattern right back and repeat this process over and over again. I would say about 5 to 10 times. This creates a homing beacon of sorts to your consciousness. The next thing I do while doing this is to vocalize. I just sing, and I don't control what comes through. I just put my heart into it. Sometimes I drum, whatever. If you don't wish to sing, there's one song that I play and I swear by it, and it's a Tom Kenyon song, and it's called Spatial Cognizance. You can look it up on YouTube. So, and you're going to keep projecting your energy from your dantian to your heart in the triangular formation out to the place you live in, the state you live in, the country, the planet, the planet, the galaxy, the all dimensions, all space, time, and then go backwards again. And again, do it about 10 times before they show up. They should usually show up by then if you're doing everything right and if you've built up your life force energy. If they haven't shown up by then, focus on your consciousness as beyond space and time, almost like it doesn't exist. Your body may currently be bound by these limitations, but your nature and your consciousness is unbounded. So focus on freeing your mind from conditional responses that keep you locked into this world of limitation. So you want to have your feet shoulder width apart, and you want to relax the arms, and you want to tuck your butt in like this. Okay, so it's level with your spinal cord, and then again, there's a golden thread or a silver thread pulling you up to the stars, and you're going to push your head back a little bit so it aligns with the spine. Okay, and you want to keep your fingers like there's cotton balls in between them like this. And you can even pull them up here to the lower dantian, and you'll be able to feel the energy start building there. You may also feel this getting hot. It will get really hot after you do this for a while. It's because it's building up this life force energy. And you're going to just sit like this, and you can go deeper if you want to later on, but trust me, it's hard to do. There's a lot of people that do Qigong that do this, and they can do it for hours. But we want to start just like this at first. So you start out, lock your knees shoulder width apart, and then slowly, like we're sitting back on a chair, and then boom, tilt the hips under, push the head back, arms, shoulder blades back like this, and relax the arms, have them out like this, and then the fingers with cotton balls in them. And then you're going to breathe in, into the lower dantian, right? Feel it expanding, and then when you breathe out, you pull up on the perineum and connect it into the dantian. Breathe out, pull up on the perineum again, and connect it to the lower dantian. And while you're doing this, I want you to imagine that you have like scales here, okay? And the reason for this is scales create friction. So when you're breathing in, these scales will kind of create friction between them, and it will start to get hot, and it will really help you build up this energy. So this practice works like clockwork. I've taught people before. So try this and let me know what happens. Love you guys.